Hello, my dear listeners. This is another coaching session by your bar exam coach. I am attorney Jennifer F. Estabilio. So, our topic for today is how to memorize like a pro. We read a lot of cases, books, provisions of the law. Ang daming batas na binabasa natin. But the question is, can we memorize all of those? So I summarize different methods or strategies on how to memorize a certain provision or a law. I called it VURA or VURA method. So these are strategies for academic success. So how to memorize? Let's admit it, no? Not all of us are naturally gifted at memorizing. Pero wag mabahala. There are various ways how to memorize a law, a provision, or a case, or any lesson that you are studying. Sharpening your mind is just a snap away. So don't worry. I am here to guide you. All you need to do is follow VURA. So what is VURA method? VURA is a learning technique for effective studying and memorizing. So let's understand deeper what VURA is. The question is, what are the four fundamental steps for effective memorization? First, visual. It is creating a mental picture. So when reading a legal provision or a case, try to visualize it in your mind by creating a mental picture. I-imagine nyo. You can imagine a scenario on how the law is applied or how the case transpired. So by imagining or visualizing what you are reading, you can create a story in your mind. Similarly, when you are reading your favorite novel, I'm sure marami sa inyo mahilig magbasa ng novels. Dati ang tawag pa dyan, Wattpad. No? You create mental images and you immerse yourself in the story. Ganon din sa pagbabasa ng mga cases natin. Imagine it. Create a mental picture out of it. Because this imagination or visualization technique helps you absorb and retain the material more effectively. So there are different approaches to visualize a text. Paano nga ba siya mai-imagine? Una, mnemonics. Alam kong alam na alam nyo na ito. No? Mnemonics is the use of acronym or a string of words. So this technique helps to condense lengthy enumerations. So you create a string of words corresponding to the information you want to memorize. I will give an example. Here, to successfully claim self-defense, the following essential requisites must be present. Ano yung mnemonics natin dyan? URL. No? Kung inisip mo lang, memorize mo yung self-defense, later on makakalimutan mo siya, pero URL, because of that mnemonics, magkakaroon ka ng hint or ng association. Ano nga ba yung URL? First is unlawful aggression. Okay. R. Reasonable necessity of the means employed to prevent or repel it. L. Lack of provocation on the part of the person defending himself. Because of using mnemonics, yung brain nyo ma-associate ngayon kung ano yung sentence doon sa first letter of the word. Okay. So here is another example. The powers of the President of the Philippines under 1987 Philippine Constitution include Chief Pad. Okay, so that is your mnemonics, no? Chief Pad. Chief Pad stands for C. Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. H. Head of the Executive Department. I. Implement laws to ensure laws are faithfully executed. E. Executive control over all department and bureaus. F. Fiscal power. Submits the national budget. P. Pardoning power to grant reprieves, commutations, and pardons. A. Appointing power. Appoint officials. And D. Diplomatic powers. Enter into treaties, appoint ambassadors, and others. So this is Chief Pad. So when you are memorizing the powers of the president, maaalala nyo na yan, Chief Pad. Okay? So that is the first strategy. What else? Use of visual aids. Okay. So what are the tools to use? We have diagrams, flowcharts, arrows, graphs, tables, concept maps, and similar tools to establish connections between and among the contents of a provision. So for instance, in the rules of civil procedure, graphs and charts can be used to visually organize and memorize the different processes, from the filing of a complaint to a petition before the Supreme Court. So here is an example. Okay. So, itong diagram na ito, I created this when I was still a law student. So, I was assigned to report Rule 39 of the 1997 Rules of Civil Procedure. So, gumawa ako ng diagram, no? Para mas maintindihan yung flow. So, basahin natin. So, ano ba yung mga effect of reversal of executed judgment? So, whether it is totally executed, partially, or annulled, or appealed, or otherwise, saan siya ngayon papunta daw? Sa trial court, no? May issue orders of restitution or reparation of damages as equity and justice may warrant under the circumstances. So nilagay ko rin dyan, ano ba yung restitution? Ano ba yung reparation? So nandyan sa magkabilang side. So dito pala sa section 35, by seeing or looking at the diagram, alam mo na ano ba yung mga connections? Ano bang meron dun sa effect of reversal? Ano ba yung ini-issue ng order ng trial court? Okay. What else? Section 6 of Rule 39. So ano ba, tungkol ba saan yan? So how a judgment is executed. So we have two modes of enforcement of execution. No? Meron tayong by motion, meron ding by independent action. Nandiyan din nakalagay sa ating box, no? Ano ba yung by motion? Ano ba yung by independent action? What else? How long before the independent action be barred by the statute of limitations? So we have 10 years no, from finality of judgment. Ano pa? Andyan din yung revival of judgment. Ano ba yung revival of judgment? So nandyan din, no? So kung itong visual aid nyo, no, visual aids, this will help you to visualize, to memorize a complicated concept. Okay? So, pwede nyo itong gawin. Pwede naman kayong gumawa ng simple lang. Mga arrows lang, or mga doodles nyo. So, isulat nyo, no? Para mas maalala nyo. Make it more, what? Comprehensive, okay, and easier to understand. So, here, another example or tool no, under visual aids is the use of flashcards. So how to use a flashcard? So you can write a question on one side and the answer on the other. So randomly pick cards and answer them after reading the lessons. Okay, so writing the answers helps you to quickly review without flipping through your books. Sa dami ng mga libro nyo, kung meron na kayong ginawang flashcard, so sa review nyo, mas madali nyo siyang memorize dahil hawak-hawak nyo na yung flashcards eh. Nandoon na yung tanong sa harapan, andun naman yung sagot sa likuran. So, the writing or taking down notes aids comprehension and memorization, as it not only helps you absorb information but also reinforces muscle memory when taking notes. Okay. So tapos na tayo sa letter V. V stands for visuals. Ano yung U? Okay. Sa tingin nyo, ano ba yung letter U? So the key to more effective memorization is what? Understand, no? Understand what you are reading. You cannot establish a connection if you do not comprehend what the law is trying to convey. Thus, understand the law first before memorizing it. Okay. Alam nyo, mas mamememorize nyo agad ang mga batas, ang mga binabasa nyo kung una ay inyo itong naiintindihan. Kaya ang pinaka-importante ay ang understanding or comprehension. So some laws are difficult to decipher. Simply reading the law is not enough, no, to fully understand its meaning. To gain deeper understanding, you read other materials such as annotated books that explain its meaning. Also, read cases related to that law to understand how the Supreme Court interprets and applies it. Understanding is key to memorization. Okay. Tandaan nyo to ha. Understanding is key to memorization. It becomes easier to memorize when you correlate ideas in your mind. What else? Understanding also involves knowing the purpose of the law. So ask yourself, what is the law for? How might it affect the rights of individuals? How does it apply to real life situations? Alam nyo, when I am teaching, I always ask my students to know the purpose of the law. Kailangan nyo sa analyzation or to check the logic or to know the logic behind. Alamin mo muna, para saan ba yung batas na yan? Saan ba yan na-apply? Bakit ba may ganyang batas? No? Those questions may help you understand deeply the meaning of the law, which in turn leads to an effective memorization. Knowing and understanding the law's purpose will give you a deeper appreciation of it. This may help you memorize by heart. Okay, again, knowing and understanding the law's purpose will give you a deeper appreciation, and this may help you memorize by heart. No, kasi kung alam mo na yung purpose, na iintindihan mo siya, alam mo na kung para saan siya, by heart, maaalala mo yan. Kung may nagtanong sa'yo, masasagot mo yan. Okay. So remember again, understanding is key to memorization. So, nasa pangatlo na tayo. Kung V stands for visuals, U stands for understand, R stands for what? Any idea? R stands for repetition. Okay? Repetition is the road to mastery. Nothing beats a student who studies diligently, even if it means reading the same materials again and again. So a first reading may not be enough as it is only the initial stage of familiarizing yourself with the law. But through repeated reading, you will eventually master the provisions. Even without consciously trying to memorize them, your brain will naturally retain the information because of your repeated reading and understanding. Why? Because repetition builds mental muscle memory enabling you to recall what you have read when faced with a question. So, importante ito. Ulit-ulitin ninyong basahin. You know, kapag kayo ay nasa fourth year na, di ba ang tawag nyo sa mga subjects, mga review subjects na lang yan. Why review? Dahil nabasa nyo na yan dati. Nakita nyo na yan dati, napag-aralan nyo na from first year to third year. So sa fourth year, i-recall nyo na lang yan. Especially in your bar review proper, recalling again. Okay? So repetition yung paulit-ulit mong babasahin. And then eventually, pagdating ng bar exam, mas confident ka na, hopefully, dahil nabasa mo na yun ng ilang beses. So kung kayo ay first year pa lang na itong nakikinig or incoming first year or kahit second year, third year, it's not yet late. Okay? Kaya nyo pa yan basahin ulit. Okay? So, understand the law by heart. Understand the purposes of the law. Okay? And then, sabi nga nila, wala namang shortcut sa pagiging abogado, kundi ang magbasa, magbasa, at magbasa. Okay. So, lastly, so we have VURA, letter A. So, A stands for, any guess? A stands for application. Okay, so you can test your understanding and memory by applying what you have read to a given legal problem. So how does application work? Start by answering previous bar questions and check the suggested answers to see if you have applied the law correctly. I-compare nyo, no? Sumagot kayo ng past bar questions and you compare your answer to the suggested answer. Tama ba ang pinagsasabi mo? Tama ba ang sinulat mo? Tama ba ang naalala mo at naintindihan mo? Application means knowing how to solve a legal problem, using law as your basis and drawing a sound conclusion from it. So make it a habit to read and answer past bar questions and answers, as this will significantly help you prepare not only for the upcoming recitations, midterms, or final exams, but most importantly, for the bar examinations. Okay, so there are other ways no, of knowing whether you have mastered a legal provision. It is how when you can discuss it with your friends or classmates. No, try answering their questions and engage in group discussions. If you can explain it to others, it means you have understood and memorized it by heart. Okay. So, okay lang din yan. May mga group discussions kayo. Pag tinanong ka ng classmate mo, classmate, ano ba ang pagkakaintindi mo dito? Yung mga ganyan, yes, grab that opportunity, no? Kung naintindihan mo na siya, ma ikikwento mo o madidiscuss mo sa iba, sa iyong classmates. Okay? So, yan yung isang key, no, sa application. Okay, again, what are the four basic steps or fundamental steps to an effective memorization? First is visual. Second is understand. Next is repetition. And then application. So that is VURA or VURA. Okay. However, keep in mind that memorization does not mean reciting the provision verbatim. Okay, hindi kailangan in exact words nyo siyang mamememorize. Okay, so you may express only the substance or the essential idea of the law. If you can memorize it word for word, well, that's just a bonus. No, you are gifted pag ma-memorize mo siya word for word. But the most important thing is to you can express it or you can express the substance or the essential idea of the law. That is why, let me again emphasize this, understanding is key to memorization. When you can explain it clearly, it also means you have memorized its substance. So we recap no the key points. So first is to create a visual or mental picture. You can use visual aids like mnemonics, no, flashcards, diagrams, flowcharts, etc. Read annotated books to understand deeper the meaning of the law, and then you repeat by reading again and again. And you can also do the application by having self-practice through answering past bar questions and group discussions. Okay, so final tips. Memorization does not need to be in verbatim. Okay, consistency is key. Study regularly and avoid cramming. Stay organized, manage stress, and keep a positive mindset. So, master these four fundamental VURA steps by heart. No? Yung VURA, parang sa Tagalog, bura, eraser. No. VURA steps won't erase your learning. Rather, they will reinforce it and develop strong mental muscle memory. So again, use of visual aids. You understand the meaning of the law. You understand its purpose. Repeat, read, and read again and again to create a muscle memory. And then application. Answer bar questions and have some group discussions. So that ends my discussion. Okay, this is your bar exam coach. You may follow, like, and subscribe no, to my YouTube channel, Your Bar Exam Coach by Attorney Jen Estabilio. You can also join my Telegram channel, Your Bar Exam Coach 22. And you may follow also me in Twitter, no, or in X rather, at Bar Exam Coach 22. And you can follow my Facebook account, Your Bar Exam Coach. So this ends our discussion. See you again in our next coaching session. So thank you and happy reading.